podcast listeners. I'm your host today. I'm your host, Clay Yu. Today I have with me co-host
Pastor Antoine Scruggs.
Mr. Scrubs. What is one of your favorite parts of the Excellence Engineers Camp?
To see the excitement in the lives of the young people. I believe they're being changed and transformed here. And just by meeting you today and answering some of your questions, I'm excited about that.
Thank you. So, how was it like back in the day?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
You just calling him old?
Yeah, I'm ancient. I've been around here for a little while, so, but nevertheless, I was born in the 60s, and my heyday was in the 80s, really.
60s.
The 60s. And so back then, we used to ride our bikes and make forts. And I remember when I was growing up, I made a go-kart. And we used to roll down the street with it. Yeah, that was in the Boy Scouts.
I'm about to say, some of us still make forts.
You still make forts?
Yeah,
Okay,
forts
yeah.
are fun.
Well, most of the kids that I see now, they're on the internet and they have a phone and so they're doing playing games. We didn't do that. We used to go outside.
I'm more of a gaming person, but I also have outside side funs like scooter and punching bag.
Well, that's good. That's good that you're not so focused on the computer screen.
And games and stuff like that.
Yeah, I see a lot of young people there. They don't even go outside. They don't know what outside. Playing with salamanders and bees and stuff.
A lot of people used to say like me and my sister are swapped. I like to chase butterflies and my sister like to chase lizards.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, tadpoles and all that other kind of stuff. So we were outside throwing rocks and doing stuff we didn't have no business doing. Stay gone for about 8 hours and nobody knew where we were. But those were the good old days.
Breaking windows.
No, I didn't break no windows now. I didn't break no windows. I plead the fifth on that. That didn't happen.
Get in super trouble.
Super trouble, yeah. Yeah, I was bad, but I wasn't that bad.
So, how hard was it in the military?
Well, once I got out of basic training, everything was kind of smooth. So I was deployed quite a bit, and so wherever the Army went and wherever they were deployed, I had to go with them. And so we provided the air traffic control for that area. So I've been in some places that don't even exist, especially in Alaska. We would fly in, and we'd have to jump out the back of the plane because there was no runway. The plane couldn't stop, so we had to jump into the snow.
I've seen that on movies where they just take their parachute and jump off.
Well, this time I didn't have a parachute.
Oh.
So we were probably about 12, 13 feet off the ground and probably about 6 foot of snow. So we just jumped. We took all of our stuff and
it's
just in there.
snow, because snow kind of cushions the fall like a giant white pillow.
It still hurt and it was still cold, but yeah, it was. And then I had to sleep in tents for about 8 days. I didn't like that.
So were you fighting? Were you the ones fighting? Or were you the background supplier?
No, I didn't have to fight because I was in the Air Force. So most of the time we spent time in hotels and stuff like that. So not tents. Yeah. So Air Force was a little different other than the Army. But I did have some experiences being deployed with them, though.
Did you ever get to fly one of the planes?
No, never got a chance to fly.
No.
Yeah, but went on a lot of missions.
So, how much did they yell at you in the military?
You know what? I was pretty good, so I didn't get yelled at a whole lot. I just did what I was told, and I think I was smart enough to avoid getting yelled at.
I try to do that a lot, too.
Yeah.
I don't like being yelled at.
I don't like being yelled at. Yeah, I don't like being yelled at either. So, I try to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do.
And also, I heard that you made a business. Was it hard making a business?
It was. I thought it was quite easy. I had help from my grandparents and my parents. They kind of helped me out a little bit.
It's always good to have help.
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a little money set aside, and so we were able to start that business. It was a storefront, so it was actually a store,
Saving up from the little monies you got for Christmas.
something like that.
I've been trying to do it, but my sister spends it all.
Well, hey, everybody has that special sister. I used to buy teacups for my sister. She used to have tea parties, and so I take all my money and give it to her so she can have that. But that's my baby girl. So,
Thanks for podcasting with me today.
well, thank you. I appreciate it, Clay.
Have a good time.
All right.